What's going on, everyone? Alex Da Silva. I hope you are well. You're having an amazing day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. How to overcome stress and anxiety. How to overcome stress and anxiety. First and foremost, what is stress and anxiety? We have been taught that stress and anxiety are two different things, but the chemical reaction, the bodily, and then the reaction, the message that gets sent to the brain, it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. The brain doesn't know the difference. The brain, the body, it's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same chemical reaction. Why? Because it's triggering the fight, flight, or freeze system. So actually that process is exactly the same, but we've labeled them completely different. So I wanted to highlight that because people talk about, oh, I'm really, really stressed, or oh, I'm feeling really, really anxious. And when I started to learn a little bit more about it, I realized it's exactly the same thing, just labeled in a different way because of depending on what the circumstances that we're in, but it's still triggering the same chemical reaction. It's still triggering that fight, flight, or freeze. Now, why does that happen? Why does that happen? Our primal brain is here to protect us, to keep us alive. That's pretty much what it's there for. So it sends those signals. It thinks, oh my God, saber-toothed tiger, dinosaurs, aliens, they're coming. I'm going to die. I need to survive. And it's also, especially now, because we don't have these things, well, maybe aliens, but we do have our day-to-day stresses. We have goals, and we have, families and friends and transport. We have all of these things that can make us feel stressed, and it can trigger anxiety. School, exams, so many different things. So the body, the brain still remembers, the old days, the olden days. So it's still treating us as though something really bad is about to happen. And when you are in these situations, what it means is that it makes you feel out of control. So stress and anxiety means that we're now getting to a point where we're beginning to feel out of control of our current situation, which if you had a saber-toothed tiger chasing after you, it's out of your control. This thing is coming to get you. So you need to run or freeze. One of the two. Climb a tree, shoot it, stab it, whatever it may be. Now at work is more around, God, I need to meet that deadline. I'm going to be late. I've disappointed someone. I've upset someone. I want to get that job, whatever it may be. So we have different things, but the reaction of the mind and the body is still the same. So what you need to learn is regain control of self. How do you regain control of self? First and foremost, remember this always. Control what you can, what you cannot control, accept. Control what you can, what you cannot control, accept. The only thing you can control is you, your emotional reactions, your bodily reactions, the actions that you take in your life. You can't ever control people, places, things. You may have some influence, but you can't ever fully control those things. So understanding that when these things are happening and it's triggering the stress or the anxiety, one of the things you need to do is regain control. And you do that by reaffirming you're safe, you're protected, you're exactly where you need to be. When you allow yourself, you tell yourself, especially the brain that's sending that chemical, that message, reaffirm to yourself, I'm safe, I'm protected, I'm exactly where you need to be. Secondly, affirm the situation that you're in at the moment in a positive way. I'm going into this interview. It's my dream job and I'm going to get it. I deserve this and I'm going to do everything that I can to get this job. Find a positive way out of your current situation, because when you affirm something positive, the brain straight away knows that you are safe, you are protected, and you are exactly where you need to be. It's not telling you to run. So once you do that, you allow yourself to regain control of the situation. Secondly, breathe. Because if you start to shallow breathe and panic breathe, you then send yourself into having a panic attack. Again, losing control. So in order for you to lower stress and anxiety and eventually overcome it, it's about regaining full control of who you are. It's like being in a car driving like 100 miles an hour with your hands behind your back, not having your hands on the steering wheel. Eventually you're gonna crash. Grab hold of that steering wheel and take full control of your life. Other things that can help you, so positive affirmations, find positive things that you can say to yourself every single day. Find a time, if you're finding yourself stressed, where you can breathing 3 seconds in, breathing 3 seconds out, relaxing the mind, relaxing the body. Even if you do it for a minute, 2 minutes, short amount of time, and you're repeating those affirmations to yourself, regulate your breath. Once you regulate your breath, you find breath awareness. You're aware of how you're breathing. You allow yourself to then consciously connect with who you are, and you calm yourself down. That's what this is all about. Stress and anxiety is about losing control. These techniques are about helping you regain control. So if you do just these 2 things, the affirmations, the breathing, you will straight away start to regain control. Breath work every single morning, meditation, these are additional things that you can do. Using these positive affirmations to help you to rewire the brain. You're always going to be under stress. There is always going to be, not as in every day, but you're always going to encounter that in your life. We have billions of people around the world. As I said, people, places, things that we cannot control, but what you can control is you. And what you can control are the actions you take and how you behave. I hope this was useful for you today. If you like it, remember, hit that like button, leave your comments and subscribe. I do videos every single day and I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to connect with you. Our community is growing every single day. Have an amazing day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And as always, be great, be fantastic and be absolutely phenomenal today. It is everything that you are. I say it every single time because it's true. Take care.